Hello.
Hi, this is Helen calling from Glam Letting.
Hello, Helen.
Right. Just with regards to your emails, these are being addressed separately. We have forwarded them on to the CEO to be addressed, and you will receive a response to that. I do need to speak to you very importantly, though, about a separate situation.
Which
The
one?
landlord has been to the property and is not very happy at all with the state of the property. We've got tenants moving in today and joining you today at the property.
Yes.
I've been advised that the smell in the property is not very nice at all. The kitchen is not clean, and neither is the bathroom and toilet. I need
Okay,
to
no, 2
make
seconds.
sure
I
that this
understand.
is absolutely spotless.
They are spotless. I'm gonna go back there. I just got out of the
Right.
house. I'm gonna go back there and take some photos, and then I will confront what you are saying with the station from the house. Yes.
Irrespective, it needs to be spotless
I
because
understand.
there
I
are
will
tenants
go.
joining you today, okay? So it's really, really important that they
I
come into a
understand.
nice house.
I
It would
do,
be
however.
completely unfair of them to come in with a dirty toilet or a smelling house or a dirty kitchen.
I understand. I will now go back, take some photos, and then send them to you so you see the house
The
was
landlord
spotless.
has also forwarded me a picture of the gas meter, which is minus £2 something in debit in emergency credit again. Alex, this can't keep going on, otherwise you're going to start getting charged for the landlord coming out to the property, having to repressurise the boiler all the time. It is extremely important that your gas meter and your electric meters are in credit constantly, otherwise it's going to damage the way the boiler works in the property,
Helen,
which is
I
why there's not
understand.
hot water
Helen,
constantly being supplied there.
I understand. I am now getting back inside the house. I'll take photos and I'll show that whatever the landlord told you, it's a lie. Yes?
I wouldn't say this is a lie. I don't think that's a right way to say that, Alex, okay? Because the landlord sent me pictures as well. At the end of the day, the landlord has made a complaint to us about the state of the house, so I do have to address it with you, and we will carry out inspection if needed, okay?
Yes.
What I do want to ask you, though, is with relation to the complaints that you have made, the
Yes.
landlord will not be providing a microwave, and he will not be changing the fridge freezer. There have been four tenancies in that property prior to yourself, who have never complained about this, and it's never been an issue, and they will not be providing them. On that basis, what would you like to do? Is it a case that you want to continue living at the property or not?
What do you mean continue to another property?
Well, the landlord is not going to put a microwave in, and the
Yes.
landlord is not going to replace the fridge freezer. So you said to me in your
2
email that you
seconds.
would
I
not take
didn't
in the
say.
property if you'd have known that this wasn't provided. So I just need to establish from you prior to these complaints being addressed properly, because I've got to go and see the CEO now this morning. I have to go back to the landlord.
Yes.
So I just need to establish from you what you want to do in terms of moving forward.
Well, I'm gonna wait for the answer to my concerns from you.
Well, no, I'm telling you now, this is going to come in writing to you as well. I've got to go back to the CEO now and the landlord. The landlord has asked me to call you to say to you that they will not be putting a microwave in there, and they will not be changing the fridge freezer. So on that basis, you have stipulated in your email to me that if you'd have known that a microwave wasn't supplied in the property, you wouldn't have taken the property. So I need to establish from you if it's the case that these things are not going to be provided for you in the property, how would you like to proceed? Is it a case that you don't want to be in the property anymore? I need to know this information in order to form our response to you in return.
Okay, so to make it very clear, I do believe I have rights. The landlord has rights. He has the right for me to pay him the rent every month. I'm fulfilling my right. He has the right for the property to be in a clean state.
Okay,
I have
Alex,
let me finish. Yes.
That's irrespective, okay? Because there is housing regulations in place, and by
I
law,
know
a
the
landlord does
Housing
not
Act
have to provide that
2004.
for you, okay? So I just need to establish
And
from you.
I will
I
continue
just
with
need to
further
know one
legal.
way or
I
another.
understand.
Do you want to be in the house or not if these items are not replaced? I've spoken to the other tenants. They're absolutely fine with the whole situation. They're more than happy to go and buy a microwave. So if you're saying to me, because I've got the email in front of me where you've said that if you'd have known the microwave wasn't provided, you would never have taken the property. So I just need to know if it's a case that these are not going to be provided. Is it a case that you don't want to be there anymore? I just need a yes or a no.
I cannot get out of the contract because I have signed it. I'm binded into the contract.
That's irrelevant. problem because the landlord it's with the landlord's discretion. So the landlord, if you say to us, obviously, you don't want to be there because this is not going to be provided, I'll speak to the landlord. If the landlord decides that, okay, fine, then they may potentially say to you, well, okay, then no problem, you can leave. I can't say that's a guarantee because obviously that's not my position to say. It's the landlord's choice. But I need to find out from you, put the contract aside for a minute. If it's a case that these items are not going to be provided for you, is it a case that you don't want to be there? I need to know this before this response is formed to you because this will ultimately hinge on the decision that the landlord makes.
I understand. My answer is that I will continue with further legal actions.
You'll continue further legal action?
Yes.
In what respect?
In respect of everything that is happening here. Me having to sit with a broken bed for 2 months, which I've been told it will be fixed in the next few days. 60 days is not next few days. On the 17th of July, you came here to the property, met my girlfriend. You told her that the bed would be fixed ASAP. That was not. It would still have to pass over 50 days until it would be fixed.
Right, that's a completely separate issue, Alex,
yes.
Okay? That is a separate issue, and that was addressed with you at the beginning of the tenancy. You were able to move into this property on the stipulation that you were very understanding of the fact that the previous tenants had just moved out, and there were certain things that needed to be addressed in the property. The landlord had the summer period to be able to be done. You were informed that this would be done by September. It was done by September, so the landlord was doing his right
you
to do
told
that.
me
You
it will be
chose
done in August.
on that basis, right?
Helen, you told me
I'm not going to argue with you, and I'm not going to continue this